My bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, hold on.
yeah, yeah. Bitch, I'm sipping on this Henny like somebody told me not to. I do what I want, you niggas doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch and it's not you. Put these tats on my face, ma said not cool. I got cash in the bank, I'm like a damn fool. I pull the cat out that hat like I'm Doc Seuss. East coast to the west, that's a Pac move. I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose. I need money that look way more than decent. I be in the cut cause I be trying to duck the precinct. Five Dina better than the Mona Lisa. Listen up real quick, I get you hip to this thesis. Keep a couple pieces of that candy, Reese's. Keep a couple straps on you handy, they creepin'. Bitch, and I know who got to work if you fiendin'. Better not act stupid though, I ride with them demons. Cállate la boca, can't you see a nigga scheming? One more shot of Henny, I'ma have that pussy leaking. I do what I wanna when I wanna and it's frequent. And I won't trust a bitch cause they always got secrets. Bitch, I'm sippin' on this Henny like somebody told me not to. I do what I want, you niggas doing what you got to. Got a brand new bitch and it's not you. Put these tats on my face, ma said not cool. I got cash in the bank, I'm like a damn fool. I pull the cat out that hat like I'm Doc Seuss. East coast to the west, that's a Pac move. I gotta make it to the top, I cannot lose.
It's gang, man. It's your boy, E.B.H. Black. This boy Powerball Rich, boy. That boy need to get his life together with this camera. Whether he here or not, like your camera off, right? Okay, we can't see you, bro. Like whether you in studio or you on location, it's always something, right? Hey, what's good with the boy? What's good with PBR?
Man, I'm just out here maintaining and campaigning, man. You know, doing my work putting in my work. You feel me?
Man, we went crazy earlier today. We was on that Facebook page. Hey, if you're not part of that E.B.H. Black show with Powerball Rich, YouTube
The
channel,
co-host.
the fan page, go on Facebook and go on that. You need to be on our friends list. We had a nice little conversation today talking about Valentine's Day and should it be all on baby? Should Valentine's Day be all on baby? You know what I'm saying? Since we living in this new society now, you know, it took me a minute. I ain't going to front. It took me a minute because I had to adjust, had to make an adjustment. Everybody was telling me Black. This is how they used to do it. They don't do it like this no more. You gonna be the old man in the club, or you gonna be the old man and you antiquated and all that other stuff. So I started saying, okay, cool. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just that old school type dude. So with that being said, I was like, let me start because I'm always open-minded. So I try to tweak it to the point where I'm like, if it's gonna benefit me and it's gonna make me progressive, then let's do it. Let's do it. So just like always, PB drops off. He'll be back. Yep, here we go. So I was like, okay, cool. Now that we have a new society, we have women in their bag and they don't need men for money no more. And women are they're just as good as men at everything. So now the question is, do you need men? Do y'all need men anymore? But before y'all answer that question, because you know that's gonna be like a sensitive topic, make sure you like, subscribe the YouTube channel. Go to the Speed Bump YouTube channel. That's where PBR on there doing his thing, and we're gonna get into it, bro. Like I almost feel like I know that women need men, right? I don't care how much they front. I don't care how much they try to say they don't. I know they do. But it's not what you know, it's the perception, right? So if their perception is they don't and they move accordingly like they don't, and then they start moving in ways like they don't, at some point they're not going to use men to the level that they should or the capability that they could. And I'm thinking that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a good thing. Because like we can look now at the statistics rate. Like sure, the statistic might not be exactly right, but it shows a trend that they saying 70-80% of women, black women, are not, unmarried. So that's saying to me that y'all figuring out a way to live this life without us, or are y'all? What you think, PB?
Man, they is figuring out a way to live life without us. They
Mm,
done it. And they mental, you know what I'm saying? That's what they screaming, that's what they advocating. You feel me? So my question is are men still needed? You
are
know?
are men
That's what I
still
want to
needed?
know. Yeah. Like, and if so, what they need it for? Because y'all can do everything on your own now. It's a different day from the '50s, like we was talking earlier. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Shout
right.
out to Queen Kid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She was contradicting a little bit, but now, you know what I'm saying? She was talking about the transition from the woman from the '50s to the nowadays. That's a hell of a transition, man. That's a
Hey,
hell of a different day.
I was trying to stop you, bro. I was trying to stop you to tell you we was going on a bad one. We was going on a bad one. And then you was like, hold up. Wait a minute. You sound like this. And how you living like this? Right? Hey, but so that's the whole thing though. But no, I mean, no knock on her or anything like that, because like she was saying, like, to be independent, right? You always have to think in your mind, okay, whether he do it or not, I gotta do it. And anything that he does is a bonus. And I'm like, that just shows me that you're wedging men out, because it's like whether he do something or not, you're gonna be all right. I understand that's the mentality, but is that really the most effective way to try to have that situation go play out? What up, Copa?
No, that is not how you supposed to play it out. You know what I mean? She was talking. See, I was looking at her from an outside standpoint, looking in. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's sick how you knew the whole time that she had a man in there. You was trying to warn me, like PB, like P, and I was ignoring you, like I always do. You feel me? And then found out at the end, this woman talking like, bro, did you hear? Did you hear how she was like, yeah, I was 3 years with no income. So I had to get out there and get it any way I knew, get it how I live. You know what I'm saying? But my lights never was turned off and my kids never went a day without a meal. That sounds like a single parent. You feel me?
Right.
And then to come to find out she been living with a dude for 15 years. So there was some income there. You feel me?
well,
You feel
the thing
me?
about it is, what she was saying was, I think that if he wasn't there, she still would have been able to take care of business, which I don't doubt. I don't doubt women are, they have the ability to do
Capable.
that, or they do it. I mean, like, really, at the end of the day, we know that women are going to give their all for their kids. They're going to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? We do know that.
Yeah.
But so,
Even if it's
but
degrading.
even
Even
if
if
it's
it's degrading.
degrading, yeah, even if it's degrading, and she'll take that on the chin and might not say nothing to anybody. You know what I'm saying about that? Because even some things she said to us about how she grew up, I was like, dang. It ain't something that was foreign to us because we grew up in the hood, but just taking it all in gravity and perspective, like, dang, imagine not knowing where your next whatever gonna be, and you had to hustle it up the way she did. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, so like now it's a mentality, like, because even you were saying like men have done so many things nowadays. Women are like shell shocked. Me, I think it's PTSD. Me personally, like, I think it's like a form of PTSD. Is like now they've been hurt so many times or been in so many situations that they feel like they shell shock. So anytime something happens, it's a reaction, and sometimes it's an overreaction, but it's an overreaction in order for them to protect themselves. What you think?
Yeah. I just they overreact when it comes to anything sometimes. I mean to everything. Like
Mhm.
a woman, that's her job is to overreact because they overthinkers. So
I'm learning that. I'm learning that women are overthinkers, bro. Like for real. Like a lot of women say that they overthinkers too, and I'm like, y'all don't even use logic. So how? What you overthinking?
With the emotions, it's full blown emotions.
Full blown
You feel
emotion.
me? Yeah, the stuff that you can't see or hear or feel is just all, you know what I'm saying, feelings.
That's got to be
You know
tough.
what I'm saying? Yeah, it is tough. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I think women have to deal with their feelings because of what Eve did to the apple. So
Oh
now
wow.
she feels bad. She feels stupid. She feels sorry. You feel me? Yeah, she in her. You feel me? So it's like women have to deal with their emotions more than we do. We got to deal with logic because you know what I'm saying. It's like what went down. Like my bad, but now yeah, you know, women is more in touch with their feelings because emotions play a big major part of their brain.
Right. And the thing about it is like it's a lot of comparisons that's going on. Like men or women are alike, and God didn't make us alike. Like we're both humans, but He made us to complement each other. So that means if she's emotional, her balance to that is me being logical, right? And me not being that emotional, my balance for that is her being emotional, right? So women have a higher emotional intelligence than men. Like men don't really know how to deal with their emotions, right? And that's why women are looking for men that have emotional intelligence. So being that we're complementarian, why is it that we're looking, well, a lot of women are looking for men that are similar to them, or they want to do things like their man instead of just living in their femininity and allowing men to be in their masculinity and then make those two things happen instead of us trying to be the same. Because a lot of men feel like they're not needed anymore, because when women said I need you to protect and provide and she says I have my own money, and then we live in a society where really you can't like beat up a woman if you really wanted to. You can, but it's dire consequences. What is the purpose of having a man now? To take out the garbage, kill the spider, or what?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, like, we can each contribute to each other. Like a man can contribute his attributes, like you feel me, like his logic. He can install that into her app, and she can install how to open up and express your feelings in his app.
Mm.
That's how we become partners. That's how we become companions. That's how we become best friends, lovers. You know what I'm saying? Undercovers. You
The
feel me?
celestial
Now,
dance.
the celestial dance, the celestial boogaloo, salsa, merengue.
Right, right. No, for sure. So, do you think men need women? Do you think men?
Absolutely. You
Do
can't
you
be a
think?
man without a
Go ahead.
listen. You can't be a man if there's no women, and you can't be a woman if there's no man.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of women might disagree with that.
Now, listen, how can you? If like how was that's like saying if down didn't exist, how can there be a up?
Hey,
Gang, man, gang, gang. Uh,
yeah.
Shout out Mac
Just
Meady.
like how can you have dark without light? How can you have good without bad?
Exactly,
Right, 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 right,
exactly,
right, right, right,
exactly.
right, right. So why is it that we so gung ho about everybody being independent? Like, why is that such a big word nowadays? I blame Beyonce.
Yeah,
That's
or
it.
Boosie,
Oh yeah,
Boosie, and
Boosie too.
remember I
Beyonce and
in
Boosie.
yeah, but I think Boosie came out first. Little Boosie and Webby
Think so?
with the
I don't think
I
so.
in. Remember this?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
they
remember that.
did. They came out first.
Yeah. I
He was
don't
the
know.
first one to push that. Why you think he's so big, bro? That was his biggest hit.
That was right.
Yeah, he ain't ever reached that plateau ever.
Yeah,
And then Beyonce came right behind him.
but either way it go, that song definitely had an impact on the culture.
Influence.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
and so while they were sitting up there saying be independent, Beyonce was getting married to Jay. Like what?
Like she ain't practicing what she teaching,
Right.
But now listen, what does independency mean? Like to be alone, right? To sustain yourself, right?
Uh-huh.
To be able to hold yourself down, right? Okay, that's cool. But that's for somebody that's solitary. Like to be independent, that'd be great for a tiger. You know what I'm saying? A polar bear. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't work out for no killer whale because that apex lives in pods and he lives by social, you feel me, degree.
Hmm.
So independent for someone like an apex a killer whale orca, it wouldn't work out. Life would be sad, boring, stressful, kind of a struggle because you used to working off and leaning off your pod. You feel me? But independency for a polar bear or a tiger would be great. You know, so independency for a lion wouldn't work out so well because they used to being in the pride. So independency for a clan of monkeys, you feel me? A monkey that's used to being in a clan that wouldn't work so well either. So what are we? We humans. We Homo sapiens. We are not solitary animals. We are social beings. We are like clique clans and like a clique clan and what is it? Clique clan and what I'm trying to think. I can't forget. I'm so loaded. But
There you
anyway,
go.
but like we like, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I was trying to copy E40 when he said I forgot how he said it. He said he had a the Click Clan and a posse. You feel me? We a mosse. You feel
Oh,
me?
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We social beings. So to be independent is kind of stupid. It don't work for us. It
Right.
might work good for a Kodiak bear, but it don't work. It might like it might work good for like a like a snake or something. You feel me? Or a shark because
Yeah,
they
but not
solitary
humans.
animals.
Yeah, not humans.
No, it don't work. Yeah,
And,
we're not supposed to be independent.
and even those animals travel in pods in schools.
Who?
Whales and dolphins and
Yeah,
animals.
yeah. That's
Animal,
what I said.
yeah, animals travel in even packs. But we know that humans
Yeah.
are social beings. So why are we sitting here trying to condition our brain to think that it's okay for us to die alone when we know we don't want to die alone? To be by yourself when you know you don't need that you don't want to be by yourself. Procreate and then raise a child by yourself when you know it's not meant to be done by that. What is
Mm-hmm.
what is making the typical person think that that's okay? Me, I said some spiritual eye.
And, and yeah, exactly. Spiritual ops at its highest. Like right now, the spiritual ops is running the whole algorithm of the organic planet. But check this out. Um, we 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 as a human race, we are built to be in a community. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It takes a village to raise a child. You want to know why they say that? In my opinion, in my Mac mall, the reason why they say that, gang nigga, the reason why they say that because if a child is raised in a solitary type of environment with his parent, he's only he or she is only being taught and exposed to by the thoughts of one person.
Mm,
So now they're just a splitting image of this person. They never did get a second opinion or a third opinion from another adult or somebody from the community. You feel me? So they just one minded. You feel me? That's why the term don't be one minded. Don't be one minded. Don't be a one minded person. That's because it takes a village to raise a child. So you let your child be raised around the village so they can get all the opinions of others. So he or she won't be one minded. You feel me? Because if you one minded, you're gonna be narrow minded, and then you're gonna be dumb minded. You're gonna be stupid. on the game.
No, that makes sense, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't wanna but I understand that the hardest thing to do is really like two minds coming together as one. That's very difficult. But I think we have the ability to do it as humans. But when we don't learn how
Yeah.
to when we don't listen to ourselves and listen to other things that try to tell us what we think we are or what we feel and things like that, then it's like we lose track. Because like every day I sit there and maybe it's just my algorithm that be on my page. Maybe it's the algorithm that I see that a lot of women and men act like they don't care about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a game. It's almost like men, we try to get as much we can from a woman, and a woman try to get as much she can off a dude, and then to the victor goes the spoils. It's not like no team ball. Like why we can't be a team no more? And I really think women want to do that, but I think we as men have pushed them in a position where they feel like that they don't. Whether it's true or not, like I said, that doesn't really matter. It's what the perception is. So the perception is that we don't care, and being the leaders that we're supposed to be, then we should be the ones that take that first step. And that's why I do be feeling you when you be going in on me about the whole woman, because we are the Avengers. But the Heartbreak Avengers. The thing is, I have to show that other side because there's men out there like, hey, I do agree like that, agree with you. That's why the Fresh and Fits and those podcasts are so popular because men like to see women being held accountable. I don't have a problem with holding women
Hmm.
accountable or them being accountable, but I think it might have something to do with the way we do it because they say Kevin Samuels is all the delivery. Me personally, I don't necessarily think it's the delivery so much as what's being said. But with that being said, though, as men, as leaders, we need to figure out a way that we can get to the women and just show them with our action and our words how that they can actually agree with us. Because
Hmm.
right now it's a war.
Oh, it's a civil war between
Right,
Homo sapiens right now.
right.
Like women don't respect men as much as they used to, and men obviously don't respect women at all anymore. I'm a man. I can just stand on that. Like I would be over here being biased if I was to say, oh, men are equally disrespectful as women. Women have a reason to be disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, for what they endured and what they go through as just being females on this planet called Earth. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they are the victims and the most vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? They are
Yep.
the ones that bear the young and carry the young when the man can just run off and cut himself off like an umbilical cord from a whole entire family, go start a whole new one, do that to them, and go start a whole new one, do that to them. And it's just like a big cycle. You know what I'm saying? So we got to lay some blame on us what I'm saying, as part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we the Heartbreak Avengers and we trying to lace women with game. They may think we trying to lace, hate on them or despise them or talk down on them, but we're not. We just really trying to, what I'm saying, instill in this new app, what I'm saying, give them some game and so they can be better equipped when they approach, when they're being approached by these, what I'm saying, these I don't know what to call them, infiltrators. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to infiltrate your life, mess your credit up. You feel me? Run up your
they,
you know what I'm
they,
saying?
they
All
trying to
type of stuff.
kill your emotional credit score. They be trying to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. So yeah, that is. Hey, what's up with Poppy Blanco?
He going up, gang on the lights. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "What's good with you, gang?" Hey, so yeah, so we do have a level of responsibility as men that we do need to like take, and at the same time, if we're gonna sit there and hold women feet to the fire, what we need to do is hold ourselves at a higher standard. Because, like you said, they are the vulnerable, and I know some people get mad at that. They are the more vulnerable of the two, right? That doesn't make them worse than us. That don't make us better. That just mean that they need to be protected. That's how God made it. So we need to do some protecting, right? And part of the protecting is calling out bullshit. Part of the protecting is making things right that we've done wrong. part of it is also standing on principle. So we need to do all those things, and that's why I'm so glad. I'm so glad that now YouTube, like the Black Manosphere, like men and like we're coming out and we starting our own podcast. You know what I'm saying? To get our voice out there. I just seen TikTok start doing this thing like what men sound like on a podcast. And then what they're doing is drawing themselves with beards and stuff like that, making fun of the talking points that men are making on these podcasts. Now, me, when I first saw that, I was like, so now they're gonna shame men into like not want to do that kind of content. Then I was thinking as a man, I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta
What
let.
content? I missed you. I
Oh, I
missed
was
it. What
saying like
content?
I was saying on TikTok, what they're doing now, women are doing. They have this thing where they're saying men on what it sounds like when men on podcasts or something like that. So what they're doing is drawing themselves mustaches and beards and putting a microphone like how we are doing, and then they saying the talking points like I can sleep with a woman and I have no emotional attachment to them.
Man,
And
you know who started that?
they
No, I
doing
started that singing on podcasts. You hear me? You know,
it,
listen.
but it's women doing it. It's
I
women doing it.
know.
And for
I
me,
know
I'm
they,
like,
bro. Listen, man, they stealing our shit, bro. They watching us, man. Trust me, they watching us. I'm watching. I'm gonna plant another seed.
yeah, and the thing about it is that that's fine. If the joke get too funny, what I would say to men is they just regurgitated to you that they actually know what it is that we're saying. It's not that they don't
Yeah,
understand. They know what we're saying. They just don't care.
yeah,
So what this
yeah.
so you gotta let them live with the repercussion of that. And my boy Poppy Blanco say, yeah, I hear that, but it start with women. And the majority of these women are just violating men out here, violating them by being disrespectful, not giving a fuck, just doing whatever they want to do, and then shame a man for saying something about it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna look and see how far this little TikTok trend go, and then in a minute I'm gonna be like, you know what? What's understood don't need to be explained, because the reason why men sound like a broken record because we think y'all not understanding. We're thinking we're not.
Listen, bro.
We're thinking we're not communicating effectively. But now women out there making jokes about it. So I think like men need to just go on and say, you know what? Hey, I'm on business. If I'm on business, this is what I stand for. Anything outside of that, I'm not dealing with it. And us too many times as men, we move the goalposts in our own lives to accommodate certain things, but then get mad at certain results that we get. What we need to do is start tightening it down, because it ain't like these women are stupid, bro.
Hmm. Hmm. But you know, they always gonna come back. They listen. It's the day and age of sneak dissing. You feel me?
Right,
So
right.
of, of course, they gonna have some rebuttal, some talk back about men doing podcasting. You know, I don't even know how that started. I don't know who was the first one to do it, but I know it's a lot majority of men doing it. And I don't know any too many successful. I don't know one successful female podcaster. You know what I
The
mean? You would
old girl
think
that
that.
just got sued for $4 million, Tasha K.
Okay, I don't even know who she is. Okay, um, she must not be pretty enough for me to know. No, I'm just playing.
she
But
gonna she gonna come for us one day. Don't trip.
okay. Well, I would think that women could be able to do that quicker and better just by their beauties and cleavage and what I'm saying, makeup and hair and eyelashes. But it seems like podcasting is a predominantly male type of situation. And that's because people want to hear what niggas got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because what we say, it stand on something. It means something. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about when a man talk, people want to listen. You know what I'm saying? So that's
It's that
that's
it's that
probably what
bass,
it.
bro. It's that bass.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a
Mm-hmm.
mother can tell a kid something 10 times and the kid barely listening, and the father walk in one time and say it and they listen. It's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reason for that. This is what this is, and you know what? We just did a quick little hitter right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is my ultimate point. God set this thing in motion a certain way. There is no right way to do wrong. We can try to rearrange it all we want to. It's not going to yield the result that we're looking for. What I'm currently thinking now, though, I'm going to sit back and let y'all go ahead and bump y'all head against the wall until y'all come back. Like you said the other day, bro. Like you said, the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back, and when she come up to me and be like, I don't know how y'all was doing that as a man or how you was doing it that long, I'm gonna go ahead and sit back. I'm gonna go ahead and fall back and go back into my feminine role. That was probably one of the most provocative things I've heard you say, and you say a lot of provocative things, bro. And with that being said, that gave me more patience because I was getting frustrated. I'm like, women, we not telling y'all this to hurt y'all feelings. We telling y'all this to let y'all know, hey, this plane gonna crash if y'all keep trying to fly it like this. But you know, so and it's to the point now, even on my Facebook page, like people don't want to engage in conversation because it's gonna feel like I'm trying to come at you, and I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, like, look, hey, how you feel is relevant. But what I'm saying is I'm only saying a percentage of what you feel is relevant. Not everything that you feel is relevant. Because imagine if we all worked off emotion.
It's two ways you can look at it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only two ways you can look at anything. The way God sees it and the way man sees it. Okay, in God's eyes, man and female are equal. Male and female are equal. Man and woman are equal. But in man's eyes, man and woman are not equal. Male and female are not equal. So that's how you got to apply it to everything in life. The way God sees it and the way man sees it. And you have to be more on God's side if you want to be apex. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be fair, you can see through the way God sees it, or you can see the way man sees it, and just be in the middle, straddle the fence. So that's okay. That's called balance. But don't be a fool and just see everything the way man sees it, because man is a fool, straight up.
Yeah, see, and like Poppy Blanco said, we're not equal at all. When you're saying that we're equal, right? I agree that we're spiritually equal. God sees us the same spiritually as equal. But when we're saying equal, like physically, we're not equal. We have the advantage in that. Emotionally, we're not.
That's what I said. That's the way man sees it.
No, that's how God sees it. God made us more physically stronger than women by default. Just like men.
Yeah, but he not thinking. But when he thinking about us being equal, he's not thinking about none of that. That's like you having a daughter and you having a son. Are you gonna treat your children equal? Or are you gonna be like, oh, my son is not equal to my daughter?
I'm gonna treat my.
You gonna say my daughter's not?
I'm gonna treat my son different. I'm gonna treat my son different than I treat my daughter.
I'm not asking you that. I said, are they gonna be equal to you? If one comes to you with a problem and another one comes with you to a problem, are you gonna be equal? Are you gonna treat them the same?
What do you mean as far as availability? I'm gonna be available to
them. No, listen. You have a son and you have a daughter. Are they equal in your eyes? Will you treat them as equal as one?
No, I'm not.
Or are you gonna be better to another one?
No, what do you mean? It's not I'm gonna treat one
better. Oh my God!
It's not. Well, I'm gonna answer the question. Let me answer the question. I'm not gonna treat one better than the other. I'm gonna treat them.
Okay, so they are. Is just answer the question. Are they equal?
Equal to what? Nigga, what?
To any fucking aspect, any fucking degree. Now you piss me off. Any degree.
No, they're not equally the same emotionally. They're not equally the same physically. So what I would have my son do, I would not have my daughter.
Bro, that is a stupid ass question answer, bro. I said, are they equal? Like, if one comes crying to you and the other one comes crying to you, are you going to treat them the same?
No, I'm not. No.
So you gonna slap one and then kiss the other one?
No, I didn't say that. I just wouldn't treat them the same though. The way
all right, listen. All right, let me. I'm gonna talk to you like a fourth grader. Let me talk to you like a fourth grader.
Like a fourth grader. I'm just saying, depending.
Okay, well then, because you missing the point, bro.
Depending on what the situation is, I'm gonna deal with them accordingly.
Hey, listen. Let's talk about them being.
Won't you listen, bro?
Bro, I hate people that try to
No, it ain't
Listen,
no.
you know what I
You
hate the
still
most
gotta
is
listen.
when somebody presents a meal and try to talk to you
Bro.
when you ask them how did you make the meal, and they try to say, well, I used a pint of sugar, and then I used a gram of salt, and then I used 2 eggs, and then I poured. No, I didn't ask you that, bro. I said, how did you bake it, my nigga? How did you make it?
Nigga, you asked me a fucking
So
question.
listen, the question
Nigga,
is,
you need to be
in
quiet
your
long enough to hear
eyes,
me. No, they're not the same.
no,
No,
I don't want to hear the grain of salt.
no,
I don't want to hear
no,
the ounce of sugar
no,
that you use.
no. The answer is no. I'm not. No, I'm not.
So
No,
you gonna treat which one you gonna treat better?
I'm not treating neither one of them better. It's not a
That's what I'm
better,
talking about.
nigga. It's not a
That's what
better.
I'm talking about.
I'm
Are
not
they
treating
equal?
you. You're the one. You're the one quantifying if something is good or bad, or if it's better or
No,
worse.
I'm
Nigga,
asking you which one are they equal to you? And you said no. Then I asked you which one you gonna treat better.
I'm not treating either one of them better, bro. What are you talking about?
So they're equal.
No, you keep wanting to say they're equal. They're not equal, bro.
So you're gonna treat them the same?
Bro, I'm gonna treat them according to who they are. I'm gonna treat let me go ahead and say what I've been trying to say. If my daughter came up to me
This
crying,
nigga said he gonna treat his
why
children accordingly to who they are. I don't want to be your son or your
why
daughter.
don't
Go
you
ahead, though.
shut up long enough to hear what I'm saying? If
I'm
my
gonna shut up
daughter,
right now because
if
I
my
feel like I
daughter,
don't know what the hell I'm talking
if
to.
my daughter came up to me crying, I'm
I'm
gonna
not talking about that. I'm talking about from the
nigga, that
time
was
at
your
birth,
question.
bro.
Why do you always ask a question and then when a nigga
So
half
so when they're born, do they come up talking?
bro, won't you just listen? You the one posed this question.
Man, you must ain't never
You
raised a
said,
child or something,
you
bro. Because I'm
said,
asking you a question.
why can't you be
I
quiet
said,
long enough to let a nigga talk, bro?
go ahead, cuz
All I'm saying is this. You asked the question. If my son and my daughter came up to me crying, would you treat them the same? That was your question. My answer to that is no. No, I'm not.
So if listen, so look, so your daughter falls and scrapes her knee. She comes up to you crying, and your son falls and scrapes his knee. He comes up to you crying. You gonna treat them both differently?
No.
What the fuck are you talking
No.
about then? Because that's what I'm
No.
talking.
No. But nigga, that's one example,
But you
nigga.
just said you would though.
Oh my
You
God,
just
bro.
said you would treat them different.
Look, bro.
You just said you would treat them differently.
Can you be quiet long enough for me to explain it, nigga?
Go ahead.
If my son came up to me crying to me, right? I'm gonna allow him to go ahead and go through the emotion of crying, but I'm gonna explain to him about, hey, look, check this out. This is how we gonna attack this. Let's go ahead and make a solution for this problem. Okay,
As
boom,
he's bleeding out his knee.
bro. You the one adding bleeding at his knee. Now, obviously, if a motherfucker
Because you didn't know what I was talking about. You
bro,
never knew. You
bro, you never said anything about them injuring themselves. If they're injuring themselves, of
I
course you're
said
gonna,
crying. I said if they came up to you crying, cuz that's it.
bro,
You know what? I'm so apex and smarter. I'd have been like, what happened? What happened? Why are they
bro,
crying?
bro, crying and injured is two different things, bro. If my kid was injured, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna go ahead, clean it, put the bandage on them, give them a hug, make them feel good. You do that to both the male
And the
and
daughter too, right? And the daughter too, right?
you shut up, bro. I was saying you do that to the male and the female, bro. So
So they're
I'm not,
equal. Thank you. That's all I was saying. My point is
bro.
proven. They're equal.
I guess you want to
They're
be right.
equal.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All
I
right.
don't want to be right. I proved my point.
You try to prove a point. That's what I'm saying. There is no point to prove. Yeah, you treat them the same in that fashion. I'm not saying be so binary and
That's the only
thinking that,
fashion I was talking about.
bro.
That's the only fashion I was talking about. Being a parent. I'm not talking about, oh,
Bruh,
she come in talking about a guy wanting to take her virginity
ain't
versus
nobody say all that,
a
nigga.
guy, your son, yeah, I know you treat them differently. I'm not no peonic imbecile. I know
Ain't
what that
nobody
means.
say that
I
you
was
don't do
talking
all that,
about, in as a whole. You feel me? As a
bro.
whole and a parent, as a parent, do you treat them the same or do you treat them equally? Like, look, when you feed them, right? Is you gonna give your daughter less food than your son, or your
Yes.
son less food than your daughter?
Yes.
You are.
Yeah, nigga. Because you can't tell me that a girl and a boy eat the same, nigga. Your son can eat more chicken than your girl. Now, if your girl want to eat more chicken than the boy, okay, cool. Now, if you see that it's starting to graduate on
I
her
don't want to
weight,
be your. Listen, I
don't,
don't want to be your
don't,
seed, boy.
don't.
You old
Nigga,
Malcolm X
nigga.
ass nigga.
So you telling me?
This nigga said he gonna be-
So you telling me if your daughter is
Yeah, you
five,
know, I raised
bro,
one. You
won't
know what I'm
you,
saying? You already
bro?
know I raised one.
Why can't you, bro? If your daughter is
Go
5'3"
ahead.
and your son is 6 foot, you gonna give them the same amount of food?
Actually, I do. I make the
Uh,
plates all equal.
whatever,
You
bro.
what? You think I'm lying? Do I
Whatever,
need to
bro.
call my BM and get on the phone?
You telling me your 5'3" daughter eat the same as a 6 foot dude?
Listen, I make the same amount of food, right?
I hate when somebody
For
don't
them
answer that
all.
question. Yeah, bro.
Listen, I'm answering truthfully. I ain't like everybody else. I ain't making no window escape out of. I ain't doing no sneaking and moving around. I'm telling the truth. I make the same amount for them all. All right. You got to remember, my children is all the same. So I can't now. Now listen. You're saying if I got a fat daughter, right? She's what 6 foot, 300 pounds, and then I got a son that's what like 5'9", 150. Of course, I'm gonna give her a big ass bowl of cereal than a bigger one than him. That's what if that's what your point is. But I'm not. I'm talking about children that are the same. All right. Like I say, I got twins. I got twins. One's a girl, one's a boy. I'm gonna fix the same amount of food on the plate. And then if they want more, they can ask for more.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly
I
fine.
know it's fine. That's the
Because
logical
you're always
truth.
right. Anyway, Poppy Blanco said, "You love your kids
No.
equally, but you have to raise them differently when it comes to different situations."
See,
Absolutely.
now he's saying equal. Now he's saying they're
That's not
equal.
the
You
nigga
know
said.
what I'm saying?
Anyway, the nigga
No,
said
earlier in the comments, he said men and women are not equal. Why are you
okay,
getting mad at me?
because you want to know why? Because you are over talking the situation and you ain't even really looking at what's being said. All he said was
Bro, I'm
you love your
speaking.
kid. He said you love your kids equally. That's true. I said that shit. Like that ain't even what we talking
No,
about.
you didn't. You said no.
All right, bro.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So like I said, you seem to know, so
I'm done
whatever.
talking.
But anyway, this nigga said, what my man is trying to say, correct me if I'm wrong. If the daughter comes crying, it's okay for her to cry. But if the little boy come crying, men usually tell their boys not to cry. Now, that's usually the narrative, right? It's
Yeah,
almost
I
like
agree
that.
with that.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with what he just said.
Okay. I don't agree with that, right? I'm like, okay, cool. My daughter, she can cry, right? And if she sit here and cry, I'm just gonna sit here and hold her. She can cry. All right. My boy come in here, same thing, heal him up. He crying. You all right? What'd you do? You fell down? Okay, we're gonna get back out there at it. Okay, cool. Let me rub it off. You feel better now? All right, get out there. Get back out there. That's the difference between how I would treat my daughter versus how I would treat my son. Now, for you to sit there and be like, well, they're the same. Well, they're the same. I'm gonna treat them the same all the way up until a certain point. He is a boy. She is a girl. I'm gonna allow him to cry and feel the pain or whatever, but we gotta move on, Brody. Because in this world that we live in, a woman can sit there and cry. A man cannot do that. We can sit there and say men are allowed to cry all you want to, but I promise you, majority of women will not respect a man that's crying all the time. And when I say all the time, I don't mean all the time. I mean enough for her to be like, he always sensitive. He more sensitive than me. Women don't even cry nowadays. So come on, bro.
They don't. I can agree with you.
He
A
said,
lot of women don't cry.
but he said, but you know which kid eat more than the other one. Right. That's what I'm like. And not only that, I don't want my daughter to be
Which one?
300
Which
pounds.
one? Which
I don't
one?
want my daughter to be 300 pounds. So if I give my son 3 pieces of chicken, I'm giving my daughter 2. Straight up.
I'm not. I'm not.
Straight
My
up.
daughter's always ate more than my sons.
Straight up. And my son, I'm giving my son 3 pieces of chicken, my daughter get 2.
Yeah, I'm giving them all 3 pieces.
So when your daughter's sitting up there looking like a linebacker for the Green Bay Packers, then you wondering why she got that way because you was giving her 3 pieces of chicken with her brother.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta want to be my son.
Say she don't. Yeah, when your daughter grow up and she be like, you didn't never give me a fair amount, nigga, and don't come see you when you
Fuck
old in
out
your
of here.
wheelchair, nigga, don't blame it on me.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll probably live longer than her anyway because she'll have hypertension. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
You stupid.
No, the real
That
though.
nigga fucking with his he's fucking with his daughter he don't got yet.
I know, right? This nigga said I'm fucking with my daughter that I ain't got yet. No, but for real though, I'm not, bro. I'm gonna love them the same, but I'm not treating them the same. They ain't the same. And Poppy Block will say, usually the oldest eat more than the younger one until they become teenager. Then it changes. The little boys eat more than the little girls. This boy PB just like trying to make me look bad on camera, y'all. Don't fucking fall for that shit. That nigga be trying to close the window. Every window I build, that nigga try to slap some plywood on top of it so I can't get out of it. He be getting me
Man,
sometimes.
I be bricking it up. I be bricking it up from the outside. As soon as you
Right,
open the window, it be brick.
right.
Remember on the Matrix? Remember the first Matrix when they try to escape, it turned into a brick wall.
Yeah, that's what you try to do to me. So, hey, no, but for real though. For real though.
But nah, the moral is
Pop up like
this pop up live today is like, you know, we was discussing, me and E.B.H. Black was discussing if male and female were equal in any aspect, in any degrees. And we was having a hard time figuring that out. So y'all
right,
can just leave it in the comments what y'all think. You feel
right.
me? Like, subscribe. You feel me? Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. But yeah, today we was just trying to figure out. And to, in my view, I feel like we are equal because I'm looking through God's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that man and woman are equal in every and not in every aspect and every degree, but in different they have their own attributes to apply to life. You feel me? So I feel women are stronger because they can lose a certain amount of blood once a month and they can have children. That's a great deal of a pain. And
Nigga.
men are physically stronger than women, you know what I'm saying? And then they are, faster and more agile. So, we all got our own X-Men superpowers, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to let Black know, like, women and men are kind of like X-Men, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We just got different powers. Everything on this planet is like, X-Men. You know how X-Men, you had Black, who was the strongest character, if you know anything about Marvel or whatever, who was the strongest character on X-Men to you, Black? And was it a female or was it a male? You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of look at it that way. Same thing with the Avengers, you know what I'm saying? Who was the strongest on the Avengers? Well, it was Superman to the Avengers, but I believe to Marvel, I think it was a woman that was stronger. You feel me?
And who was
So
that? Who was that?
what's her name? Oh, I forgot. Remember she was supposed to she was the one that saved them from what was his name that killed the whole planet. He snapped his finger.
Oh, Thanos?
Thanos. You know what I'm saying? I think she came back and fought Thanos and brought the world. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that DC, they believe a man is the strongest in they little superhero thing category. But in Marvel, I believe it was that woman. She was supposed to be the
You're gonna
strongest.
find a way. You're gonna find a way. I don't even.
No, bro, I'm just, man. Shout out Lex 4 times. What's up, gang ganger?
Captain Save him. Where you from? DC
or Marvel? He said you from DC or Marvel?
Captain Save him.
Man, I fuck with Marvel. I fuck with Marvel.
Hey, Poppy
I ain't gonna lie,
Blanco.
Marvel got them.
Poppy Blanco said we should react to Tisha Campbell almost getting kidnapped, or Whoopi apologizing for her remarks. We're gonna talk about the Whoopi tomorrow.
Listen, hold on. Yeah, we listen. I tried to get Black to talk about that earlier on my live.
I was just about to
Black
tell
was
him that
ignoring me.
second brain boy. Yeah, we gonna do that tomorrow because you brought that up, and we'll talk about Tisha Campbell almost getting kidnapped, and that was funny. I just watched that. I just watched it, and they put a side by side between her and Juicy Mollet. They say they both be lying, but hey, I don't know. We gonna do a live about that tomorrow, right? We gonna do that.
Yeah.
So Poppy Blanco said we both got advantages and disadvantages. I agree.
Shout
And
out,
we
Poppy
ain't the
Blanco for
same. We're
sure.
not equal. We're equal spiritually. We're not physically equal. We're not mentally equal. We're not emotionally equal.
Hey, from the words of Captain Sable, if women was meant to be equal, they would have made them first.
They would have made them at the same time.
Listen. Listen. Y'all remember Jesus was the first save a hoe when he stopped him from stoning Mary and Magdalene.
You know what, y'all? We out. We out, y'all. We out. We out. Oh, God.